Welcome to KryptoGeneX.
All right, we're going to get started in just a second here. And I hear there are some lines unmuted. Let me mute all again. There we go. All right, welcome everybody. This is a special Saturday afternoon, evening, depending on where you're logging in from. Leadership training for KryptoGeneX. In fact, this is the very first one. I have never done a presentation using these slides before, so this is going to be fun. And I want to thank Stephen McCullough, because I got a quick rundown. He did it earlier this morning, so I kind of was like, oh yeah, I need to remember to match that and talk about those things. So first and foremost, let's go over some of the tools that you need. So make sure that if you have not done so, you go to your sponsor's website and sign up first and foremost. That's the most important thing. You go to the website, you click the join button, and you follow these steps. Crypto Promoter is going to make sure your sponsor's name is showing up right there. You're going to put in your site name, what you want your name to be, all lowercase. Fill out the information, depending on what country you are. It's going to ask you that. Well, what country? Choose a country, choose your language. If you're from the United States, you need to input your social security number. If you're from somewhere else, you can put in anything else here. Password, and there's two passwords. One's your password to log in. The other is your financial password, and that's going to come into place when it's time for you to get paid and everything. Then you're going to click on, I agree, I'm not a robot, let's do this, and you'll get a confirmation that you're in the system. Let's say now you want to sign in, you click on the login. So you sign in. Here's where you got all your information. This is very important. The first thing you do, watch these two videos. Before you go to your upline or your sponsor and you start asking 1,000,001 questions, watch these two videos. It's going to walk you through everything. Then you want to look at your personal info. On your personal info, it gives you your site name. You'd be surprised people forget what their site name is. So you got your site name right there. You can update your password. You can change your name if you want to. And this is important, your contact name. For those of you that like to be private, you don't want anybody to know who you are, you don't even want your upline to know what your name is, then you can change the name here, and whatever you have here is with what's going to be displayed here and also in the tree. So you can change that. You can update all your address information. But here is where you want to put your wallet address. What does that mean? What is a wallet address? Well, a wallet address is where you're going to get paid. So I'll give you an example. If I were to go to, let's go to one of my addresses. Show you an example. I'm going to use an Uphold account. Or I can use, no, everybody uses Coinbase, right? Let me go to Coinbase. Most people use Coinbase. And it's going to ask me to log in here again. So give me a second. And always, and I mean always, have 2FA. That's second party verification. And we actually have a special training on that in our KryptoGeneX training. So let's say you click on accounts, and you see where it says send and receive. You're going to click on the receive for Bitcoin. Only send Bitcoin to this address. Show address, that's the address. So I'm going to copy it, go back, and I'm going to paste my address right there. And then you click on update now. And now the address is in there, and you can change that. Well, I think you can. Well, not right now, I can't. But there's your address. I got to get with Stephen. We need to have this where this can be changed if somebody wants to switch up their address. All right. The next thing you want to look at is your organized team. Your organized team, this is where you're going to be able to change from left to right. You only have two teams, one on your left and one on your right. Anybody you personally enroll is going to fall right here. They're going to have their site name, which site they are, left and right, their email, their phone number, and why? So that you can contact them. Only you have the contact information for the people you personally enroll. Okay, that's important. Only you have that contact information. The next thing is the tree. The tree is going to tell you how many people you have on your left team and how many people you have on your right team and your personal count. You're also able to search the tree or search for different names. Now, this is, and you'll learn this when I go through the leadership training, and I might come back to this just to show you an example. Spillover. See, all of these people are getting spillover, which means all they have to do is build their other side. This is money sitting here waiting for them. We can go all the way down to the bottom, all the way down at the bottom. So that's this 200 and something here. You jump all the way back to the top. So just giving you guys an example of what the tree looks like. You have a left team and you have a right team. Your spillover side only happens on one side, depending on where you are. It'll either be your right side or your left side. A spillover just means that you might have people fall in your team that comes from your upline that you had nothing to do with. And every time that happens, you're getting credit. You're getting a point. You're getting paid for work you didn't do. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. And that's a blessing. Do not, and I repeat, do not expect it. Any spillover you get is a bonus, okay? That's a bonus. You're responsible for building your business. Then I don't know if this has been fixed yet, but the Pay Now tab, yes, they're working on it right now. They were doing an update and a glitch came in. So they're fixing that so you can't pay right now, but when you do, you'll be able to go ahead and make your $300 payment. And we have a couple of videos that walk you through how to do that. So the next thing is the blog. Make sure that you are looking at this every day. Oh, we hit 2,100 members as a team. 2,100 members in the entire company. Wow, that happened fast. Only been in pre-launch for 6 days. So make sure you pay close attention to all of this. Look at this. We just added this Hungarian presentation. We got a whole presentation in Hungarian. I know the person who did this, a big leader. They are going to put us on the map in the Balkans, Hungary, and the Baltics, Slovenia. So I know that personally. So go through all of this. This is good information. We've got an event coming up, Sweden, April 21st. Co-owner Will Fietlin, myself, Pinnacle leader Christy Snoddy, also Rob Harris is going to be at this event. Put on by Peter Blackwell. So this is going to be April 21st in Sweden. There's also, let me see if it's up here. Yeah, right here, Houston on the same day. Someone said, Brandon, how come you're not at the Houston event? It's going to be kind of hard for me to get from Houston to Sweden on the same day. But here's the Houston event taking place on Saturday, April 21st. Co-owner Stephen McCullough's going to be there with founders Jason Mangan, founder Richard C., Leonard Lee Williams Jr., Pinnacle leader Jairus Coleman. So you definitely want to be here. I know there's people flying in from Germany to this Houston event. So all the updates and information, you're going to find it here. Pay attention to this. We also have a leadership one that just got launched. Close that one out. KGXleaders.com. So if you want, those of you that are competitive, and I love doing this, give a shout out to these individuals. Special shout out to, we've got, let's see, Matthias, Navi, Gert, Brad Seedy, Bruce Wynn, Pure Capital Inc., Steph, that's Yvonne and Jabril Williams, Devereaux Sridharan, 16, John Fijalholm, Andres Cartrude, BTC Legacy, These are all these individuals between 14 and 24. And I will give a shout out to Chris McCoy because he also hit 14 and his name's not up here. He was like, why is my name not there? So those leaders. And then we've got the top, let's see, the top 10. We've got Chris Hanks, Work of Art, Kevin McKay. Or is that McKay? McKay? You guys spell that right? Somebody unmuted themselves. So let me mute all again. Then we've got Jairus Coleman with 30, Jason Mangan, 37,
But how
Peter
do I
Blackwell, 50.
I mean,
All right, somebody keep. Hold on, I'm going to mute all the lines again. Mute all. There we go. I think I unmuted all. Then we've got Rob Harris, 59, Matt Sheriff. All right, whoever that is that keeps unmuting themselves, please don't touch it. I'm gonna mute you. Do not unmute yourself. I think I can make it where they can't. Yeah. Until later. I'll do question and answer later. Matt Sheriff, 64. Rick Ricketts, 71. Christy Snoddy, 76. And you don't need to hear about me. So all of these top people, congratulations on being the first leaders for KryptoGeneX. Who's next? Who else is going to get on this board? We've got a race to 50. What does that mean? Hasn't been announced? Oh, well, there it is. Only one can max out first at $50,000. Who will it be? And what will they get? We've got, let's see, I don't know if there's a picture of these cars up here. That's kind of cool there. We've got a 2019 Audi A5, Mercedes C300, Chevy Camaro. My son looked at that and said it's Bumblebee, Ford Mustang, Dodge Charger. So the race begins now. I think you guys already let the cat out the bag saying 50,000. Is that 50,000 a month, 50,000 in a week, or what? So we'll find out what that means. But I love contests. I'm very competitive, and I like to be number one. But I think we're going to have a lot of people up there that's going for that. All right, so next, I want to go through the leadership presentation. So let me bring this up. You guys see I have so much on my computer, it's slowing this thing down. All right, it's going to be my first time going through these slides with everybody. We're gonna go over, you know, how to do a presentation. What are the things you should be sharing with prospects, and leadership levels, how to get promoted, the compensation plan. And this part is important. We are not about just having members and customers. We are about creating leaders. We want to create leaders and duplicate that process of creating more leaders. So let's go through this. Congratulations on your decision to become a crypto promoter. Yes, congratulations. All right, I see a hand held. Andy, let's see, where can I see you've got your hand held at? Can I see? And I'm still learning how to use this. Manage participants, yeah, but I want to be able to see the chat box. Where can I see the chat box? Recording, invite, promote, that's the annotation. No, I don't want to annotate. Yeah, I should be able to see a chat box here, and I cannot. I don't know why. Oh, well. Cancel that. Come back to that another time. All right. I want to mute you later on, Andy. Congratulations on your decision to become a crypto promoter. Now, here's the question. This is the number one thing that separates KryptoGeneX from every other program out there. We all saw what happened in 2017. You had a lot of companies pop up, and people were making a lot of money. But what happened? Besides the ones that were outright scams, you had some that had no intent on being a scam or seen as a scam, but they were operating illegally, especially in the United States. And they either pulled out, freaked out, and decided not to do business in the United States, or were shut down or went out of business. And that's frustrating for all of you who were making money and then you lost everything you had. You lost money in it. You lost this, you lost future earnings. And it's frustrating saying, what business can I be a part of in this space? And when I go to sleep at night, I know I'm going to wake up tomorrow and the company's still going to be there. So we wanted to make sure up front that we address the legal issue. Now, our attorneys have asked us when we're doing public presentations not to mention their names, because what happens is, and their offices get flooded with questions. We share that information privately. But we have retained the #1 MLM attorney in the United States for one thing, direct selling. So we are the top attorneys in the marketing sector. And also we have another law firm that's for compliance. So one on the direct selling side, one on the compliance side that handles and deals with the SEC and the FTC. We've also retained a top advisor. We can say his name. His name is Troy Dooley. He was on our call last Saturday. He's on Facebook. You can reach out to him. He's approachable. And so we wanted to make sure everything we do is given the A-OK from our attorneys. We're not doing anything just because. There's companies out there that do retain legal representation, and they don't follow the advice of the legal representation. That's not what we're doing. We can't open our doors. Our compensation plan, our products, everything that's being released has been vetted and approved through our attorneys. We're registered in the United States. All 5 of the owners live in the United States. So we're making sure that we're compliant with all U.S. laws, both current and anything that may come down the road that is unforeseen. Because if you understand crypto, the laws change. And this is not easy, because some of you guys say, how come you haven't released this? How come you don't talk about that? Because our lawyers told us not to. They told us not to speak publicly about that. You have to understand the delicacy of this, and that it is always changing. You've got states like Wyoming, Georgia, Arizona that look at cryptocurrency as a currency, as an asset. In fact, those Georgia and Arizona writing laws that you can actually pay your taxes with Bitcoin. That's a currency. But then you've got Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina. They view it as a security. And if they say your company is selling a security, then you have to be registered and follow certain rules and regulations, especially on the auditing side as well, tax purposes, KYC, know your customer, all of that stuff. And not just one state, but all 50 states. And the SEC is not the only agency that wants to oversee cryptocurrency in the United States. So does the FinCEN, so does the FTC, so does the IRS, so does the FBI. They all want a hand in it. The CFTC. So it's not an easy thing, and it costs a lot of money. And we are spending a lot of money to make that happen. So we do, and I say all that so you guys know that we're doing everything above board. You know what's bugging me? The fact that I cannot see the chat box. And when I'm just looking, I can see the chat box. But if I'm hosting, I can't see it. And I know it's here somewhere. So Stephen will let me know where that is. All right, let's move on to the next slide. We're going to go over the product review. So when you're out there and you're speaking about this and you want to give a review of the product, I talk about the product by always beginning by telling my story. You always want to tell your story. I was told by my mentors back in the day that if you want to have success, do what successful people do. And it says, if you do what they do, it doesn't guarantee you success, but all the successful people do it. So what does that tell you? For example, read. All successful people read. Another thing is, in this space, they all tell their story. You never really see them do a presentation. Their presentation is their story. So do you have one? Have you developed a story? And if you don't, borrow from somebody else. Borrow our story. I've been in this industry almost 20 years, and I have multiple different stories depending on the audience I'm speaking to and the setting. One story you will always hear me say when I do presentations is about relating to the people. And I always say this, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, my background is not much different from many of yours. I was taught that if I want to have financial freedom in America, there's a couple of things I must do. That's go to school, get good grades, and get a good, safe, secure job, a job that will protect me and take care of me for the rest of my life. That's what I was taught, and that's what I did. I graduated from Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. I went on to have a nice corporate career, but due to no fault of my own, I was laid off not once, but twice. And if you've ever been laid off before, you know exactly how that feels. And if you haven't been laid off, you know somebody who has, and chances are you're putting in more time, more hours, more effort, and you're lucky to get a raise. And you better not complain because at least you have a job. And if you're lucky to have that job for the next 40 years of your life, the same job, because that's rare these days, the federal government even states you're going to retire broke, depending on family, government, and friends by the age of 65. You know how many percent? 97%. This is a fact. That's why they're trying to push retirement age to 72. And after 2008 financial crisis, there's no more 401k, there's no more pension, there's no more savings, there's no more retirement. Social Security is a joke. And what? You're going to become a Walmart greeter? This is the reality for 97% of Americans. And I said, you know what? I know there must be a better way. I must become an entrepreneur. I must start my own business. And then I just go on from there. That's my story, but that's not just my story. That's everybody's story. That's why I share that one at every presentation. But I have my own personal stories as well, multiple. I have a story that I shared the very first time I was able to walk off my job and retire at the age of 36 years old. That I was in a situation in my life where I was faced with, I lost my network marketing income because I was illegal terminated from a company. That's how I met Troy Dooley, because he came to my defense. I was working a job at the same time. I was making more money in my home-based business than I was on my job, but I lost my home-based business income. And then I got a pink slip notice on my job stating that they were going to move the office from Laverne, California to San Jose, and that the only way we can keep our job is if we uprooted our families and moved to San Jose. And that wasn't possible in my situation. And they said we had 3 months to decide. So I lost my home-based business income. I was about to lose my 9-to-5 job income. That's a scary situation. But I got started in another home-based business. I put my head down. I had a launch like we're doing right now. And within 90 days, I was at $12,000 a month. I put my head down and went to work, and I didn't get any sleep. Now, here's what's amazing to me about that story. Because I got started on a Friday night. I invited 140 people to a presentation. I got started at 5 o'clock. The presentation was at 7 o'clock. I invited 140 people. Out of 140 people, 40 showed up. That meant 100 people didn't even show up. Out of the 40 that showed up, only 15 signed up. 15 people signed up. So I launched my business with 15 people on my team. 1 week later, those 15 people turned into 40. 30 days in, our first 30 days, those 40 turned into 115 people, first 30 days. 60 days, those 115 people turned into 510, around 500 and something. My partner, Jairus Coleman, was the vice president of this company at the time. You guys know co-owner Mike Boggs? He was one of the lead programmers of one of our main products of that company. 90 days in, they had a little over 1,000 people on the team, but was over $12,000. Now, I say that to say this. KryptoGeneX, as a company, 6 days in, we're already launching with 2,000 people. Where do you think we're going to be in 90 days? That blows my mind. I'm really excited about that. But anyways, that's a story. Let's get to the crypto story. The crypto story is the fact that we all got burned in 2017. So when we came into 2018, we wanted to do things the right way. We wanted to provide a home and a family for those people who know that cryptocurrency is working, who know it's the future. But we got to go back to the basics. KryptoGeneX is here to bring crypto education to the masses worldwide. We're going to teach you everything you need to know about cryptocurrency. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to give you a mobile app that's going to help you out with it. It's going to be your virtual assistant. By the time you come through our doors and finish, you're going to be crypto literate. It doesn't say illiterate. Cryptocurrency literate. You're going to be able to hold conversations. You're going to be able to make wise adult decisions when it comes to investing your money. You'll be able to understand the difference between ICOs, what's a good one, what's a bad one, where to invest your coins, how to get involved in mining, how to get involved in trading, how to start your own Bittrex and Poloniex trading account. We're going to empower you with a skill set that is mandatory if you want to thrive the rest of this century. Not just survive, but thrive. That's what KryptoGeneX is all about. That's why it was created and designed. That's why we're here. All right? You got to tell your story. I could do an entire Saturday training just on your story, but I got to move on. So what is KryptoGeneX? I just told you what KryptoGeneX is. That's what KryptoGeneX is. We're here. We are the company that's going to teach the world about Bitcoin and crypto. And here's the point, ladies and gentlemen. The whole world wants in. They're on the outside looking in. They're looking at this door like, will somebody open the door for me? Because they won't open it for themselves. They're afraid to go to YouTube and Google and try to do the research themselves. They want somebody to hold their hand. We're going to open that door to them. We're going to invite them to come on in. Safe environment for them to learn. It's kind of like the gym. You know, it's funny that in my city, there's two gyms right across the street from each other. There's LA Fitness and then there's Crunch. LA Fitness, you walk into LA Fitness and it's intimidating. You got all these big jocks walking around with their shirts off or whatnot. And you might be in there for the first time. You're like, man, I don't want to go to lift the weights. And you go straight upstairs and you get on the bike. You don't want to put, your 25 pounds on the bar when people are, getting 200 pounds on there. But Crunch Gym is a little bit less intimidating. There's no judgment in there. You go in there. Yes, it's mostly women in that gym, but you can get your workout on. You don't feel stressed. You don't feel people are judging and looking at you. That's kind of what KryptoGeneX is. We're the Crunch Gym, and we're inviting you in. So here's what you're going to get. All training is done by streaming video. And I was talking to Peter Blackwell about this earlier because he was asking about our training platform. What separates us from other training platforms? And I can speak on this because I helped design it. One of the things you must understand is we had to walk a fine line, especially when we came to the decision that we're going to launch in 31 countries. So our training had to be done in a certain way. We wanted to make sure that you're going to get written format. We're also going to get audio, and you're going to get video, so that you're hitting all of your senses. And so some of you that don't like to read, you could just listen. All of it is done in PDF files as well that you can download, so that you can take with you if you're on the road, if you want to read it yourself at any given time. It was also done that way so that it can be translated. See, I'll tell you now, our original thought was we were going to have our trainers just do screen share and just go through the stuff. The problem with that is it cannot be duplicated. And everything we do, we want it to be duplicated. We had to make sure that it's not too complicated, that our lessons can go anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes, so that we don't lose your attention span. We know how people are. It's longer than 3 minutes. Oh, I don't want to do it. And we couldn't make it too difficult so that our translators in other languages, they don't have to be experts to be able to translate the information. So the very fine line we had to walk to get it done, and we did. But you're going to learn how to buy your first Satoshi, and what is that? See, people don't know. People think that to buy a Bitcoin, they have to buy a whole Bitcoin. No, you don't. It's got like 8 decimal points. And each, it's called Satoshis. You can earn a piece of the Bitcoin. You're going to learn how to store your Bitcoin safely in crypto wallets. What's a wallet? What's safety? What's security? You're going to learn all that. You're going to learn how to purchase and sell your Bitcoin. We even have some free lessons on how to buy your Bitcoin that we're giving away for free. You're going to learn how to, all about blockchain technology. This is the thing that people really don't understand. So you have to, and you will when you go through the training, realize just how big this is. Blockchain technology is instituting the next industrial revolution. It is the new third ledger. We've been operating worldwide on a 2-ledger system for centuries. This is the next evolution of that. And you might say, what is a ledger? Well, you're going to learn that in training. All right, in the videos, what a ledger is, why it's important. The technical term is called distributed ledger technology, DLT. We call it blockchain for short. And this is the greatest invention since the internet. And you know what? I will give you a free lesson right now, real quick. The difference. So you can understand the scope and scale. Why was the internet so big? Because it was information. It was the information age. You're able to transfer information to another person instantaneously around the world without having to drop something in a mailbox that takes a week to get to somebody. Instantaneous transaction or transmissions. But it's shared technology. So if you take a picture and you send it to somebody else, now both of you have that picture. It's copied. The reason why the blockchain is the next evolution of it is because you're actually transferring ownership. See, when you send that picture to somebody, you no longer have the picture, that other person has it. They own it. When you send digital currency, it can't be copied. It's ownership. And it's being tracked and recorded on every single computer in the blockchain, which means it can't be copied, it can't be hacked. I think they came up with a figure that it would cost $2 billion or something to copy 1 Bitcoin. Can't be hacked, can't be duplicated. So it's a transfer of ownership is why it's so big of a deal. Something the internet won't allow you to do. You're going to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies. That's a skill set that is mandatory. Whether you actually want to trade it yourself or not, you should know this skill set. Have you ever looked at the stock market or Forex and it looks like Greek to you? You see these little ticker symbols going by. You don't understand what it means. You don't understand how, what's a big deal about a half a point moving in any direction or 1 point, why that matters. The interest rates, when they say we're going to move the interest rate half a point or no, why does that matter? Well, by learning this skill set, learning this, you're going to be able, it's going to help you in the future. You're going to be able to look at CoinMarketCap and understand what it means because it's telling you a story. Those numbers mean something. You'll be able to see something happening in the news and know that it's about to affect the market. That's why when I do my crypto talks, I always pay attention to geopolitics because I know it's going to affect the market. I know it's going to affect the trading. So we're going to teach you that skill set. You're going to learn how ICOs work. You're going to know which ones you should avoid. And much, much, much. Again, I could spend all day, but there's no need. Our crypto training is going to cover all of this stuff. Let's review the product. Again, we're going to launch with three lessons here. Bitcoin 101, cryptocurrency, and crypto advanced. Cryptocurrency is just intermediate. Stephen McCullough calls it junior high, high, and college. I'm going to call it high school, college, and advanced. Your master's. Bitcoin 101, 15 lessons. We're starting, each of them have 15 lessons. So that's 45 lessons. There's going to be a test you need to take after each lesson to make sure that you covered everything. You're going to learn the basics. So Bitcoin 101, for example, You're going to learn the history of Bitcoin, some of the basic terms, how to buy or how to get a wallet, how to move money, how to buy the Bitcoin. No, basic stuff. Intermediate section, you're going to start learning that there are ways you can make money with the Bitcoin and how to be involved in it. Crypto Advanced is really teaching you how to apply this information so that you can make some money. See, here's the deal, guys. You do not need to take a part of the affiliate program to profit from KryptoGeneX. By applying the knowledge that we're teaching you, you now have unlimited ways of making money just off of the education product alone. Especially when you learn how to trade, and we've got our mobile app that's going to walk you through and teach you through certain market trends and information that you're going to get. So everything you need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and the training never ends. See, the real value of KryptoGeneX is not these 45 lessons. It's what comes after it. And this is also what separates us from other education companies out there. See, if you thought you were an expert and stopped your training last October and November, that's obsolete today. I had somebody even tell me this, and it's funny they did this. It was just last month. They told me China is leading the world when it comes to cryptocurrency, volume, mining, and trading. I'm like, yeah, up until July 2017, that's correct. But now China is one of the worst places in the world in attempting to be in the crypto space. They changed the rules. They changed the laws. They're looking to ban mining right now. In fact, they're trying to ban everything crypto, and they want to come out with their own currency that is centralized, that they can control. See, this is stuff that you're going to learn in ongoing training. You're going to learn the fact that how Venezuela just launched their own petro coin and what it means to the world because it's backed by oil. You're going to learn that the Eurasia Pacific group, which consists of Iran, India, China, Russia, North Korea, all of those countries want to get away from the US dollar. They're creating their own crypto coin backed by gold so that they can avoid sanctions. See, this is stuff that you're just not going to go by going to YouTube. You're going to learn that the United States, what the new rules and regulations are happening. All of this information is ongoing training that we'll be adding, and new lessons that we'll be adding monthly. That's the true value of, now everybody seems to be blowing me up. Did I lose you? Peter sending me a text. I know that everyone on the call would like to know when we are launching the training. Within the next 24 hours, the training is going to be launched. In fact, that was on, I think, on the blog. That's why you guys want to pay attention to the blog. When are we launching the training portion? Because you guys are now making your $300 payments. That training will, the founders need to be, yeah, can I even share that thing? The system's got to show you as paid, and when it shows you as paid, then it's going to release the training port to you. So there are those founders that paid early because of the founders, but the system's not showing them as paid yet. So it's coming. Patience. Again, we're in pre-launch, not launch. We haven't officially launched yet. You guys are getting in early. So the training part will come in the next 24 to 48 hours. All right, next is, I guess I'm still going. You guys can hear me. Let me double check to make sure people sending me messages that I haven't missed anything. Oh, Steph Williams telling me she's going to, yeah, I know Steph's going to be in London. I don't think Steph's going to Sweden. All right, Luciano, I don't know if Peter told you about the trading exchange Bittrex for the German people. I don't know about that one, Luciano. All right, so let me continue here. Everybody's blowing me up. Now, what is the cost? The cost is for a customer, $250, paid in Bitcoin, of course. So why do I have to pay in Bitcoin? Well, that's what we're in. That's what we're promoting, cryptocurrency. Plus, it also is better for us on the corporate side of things because we don't have to worry about chargebacks and fraud. $250 in Bitcoin. And you can earn while you learn. How can you earn while you learn? Well, if you pay an additional $50 admin fee, you're going to become a crypto promoter. Stephen, I don't know if this slide is correct there, if we call that an admin fee or a licensing fee or what. So you're going to become a crypto promoter for $50 more. So the one-time fee of $250, someone joins as a customer. If they decide they want to become a promoter, they cannot upgrade for another 30 days. They have to stay as a customer for 30 days. All right, let's go on to the next. I just said that customers cannot upgrade to crypto promoter for 30 days. KryptoGeneX only accepts Bitcoin as payment, and KryptoGeneX only pays commissions with Bitcoin. So things to think about. This is a long-term play. This is not for day trading. And again, KryptoGeneX is not an investment company. It is the moment you start saying that, then you got the SEC involved. Are you licensed to be selling security? We are not an investment company. We are not a day trading company. We are an education company. We just teach you how to do those things. Okay? This is not looking for day-to-day profits. This is long-term play. This is for serious crypto enthusiasts only. Long-term play, not a get-rich-quick scheme. Bitcoin, I think I'm supposed to have deleted this slide. I thought we had this one out. I thought I deleted that. Hold on, let me go on. All right. In fact, since I am live now, let me go ahead and do that because that slide's not supposed to be there. Not yet. Delete. All right, because I'll forget it later on. Okay, so how do you earn Bitcoin? And again, for those, oh, Brandon, why don't you talk about that? Why? Because the lawyer said we can't talk about it yet. All right, we're listening to the lawyers. We're not doing our own thing. And we're not going to appease your curiosity just so you know, and we end up doing something illegal. That's not going to happen. People in the United States houses have been raided and they've gone to jail. This is serious. So we're following all the laws, rules, and regulations until our lawyers say otherwise. So how do you earn Bitcoin? And one thing is, that's the reason that's important, because I don't buy Bitcoin, I earn Bitcoin. And we want to show you how you can earn Bitcoin. Now, in the crypto space, there's multiple ways. Number one, buying and holding it and letting the value of it go up. Another way is by mining for it. And we just announced last week that we are now in the mining business. We'll be selling mining rigs, $3,750 per rig. Now, don't quote me on this, but average return should be anywhere between $400 to $500. It could be more, it could be less. You can't guarantee that. Should take you about 6 months for the rig to pay for itself. And then everything after that's profit, but don't quote me on that. That's not a guarantee. Shouldn't have even said that, because some of you are still going to run out there and say, Brandon said this. We will make no income claims. But it comes down to this. Would you rather buy the golden egg or the golden goose that produces more eggs? The rigs will be based out of Utah. We'll be able to visit them. You own the rig. It's not a lease. It's not a hash sharing. You own it. America-based, which means we followed all the laws. And surprisingly, I didn't know it was going to happen this fast. The lawyers already signed off on it. Our attorneys said it's a go. How would you like to earn $500 for selling every rig? $500 per rig. And then plus points going into the cryptonary. That's for another day. We'll have a day just on mining. The other way is by trading. We're going to teach you how to trade. And when the lawyers give us the go-ahead, we might be able to do more. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, besides all of that, there's two types of people that I found based on my experience who have a lot of success in the crypto space. The first type is somebody that has resources, meaning they've got the money to buy a lot of mining rigs and let the mining rigs make money for them. They've got the money to put into a trading account and trade with and let their money make money for them without having to take advantage of the affiliate program. But then you've got the other type of person. Now, that person was me. I didn't have $10,000 and $100,000 to get started. I only had $100, but I took advantage of affiliate programs. The ability to share the information with other people and earn a commission and a bonus for doing so. And then I used the profits from that to invest in other things that was going to let my money make money for me. So we have an affiliate program called Earning While You Learn. You're going to earn direct referral bonus, customer acquisition bonus, the Kryptonary matching bonuses. There's no qualification to earn off the referral bonus or the customer acquisition bonus. However, for the Kryptonary, we call it the Kryptonary, it's a binary. For the Kryptonary, you must make 2 sales, one on each team, one on your left and one on your right, and you're qualified for life. 2 sales. You're going to earn a bonus of $100 for every sale you do. Every time you sell the $250 package as a customer, you're going to earn $100. It's 40% direct referral bonus. Now, it could fluctuate because we pay out once a week. But as we all know, Bitcoin price rises and falls. So it could be $95, it could be $105. Give you an example there. The direct referral bonus with customer acquisition bonus, we call it CAB. Every time you sell the $250 crypto training package to a customer, you're going to earn a $100 direct referral bonus and a $25 customer acquisition bonus. So you're actually earning more money signing somebody up as a customer as far as upfront bonus than you would signing them up. And you know what? I think this slide is off too. I thought I had the updated one. I got to get back to Steven on this because there is points in the Kryptonary. There is points. A customer, you're going to get a 0.5% in the Kryptonary. So this, I need to update this slide here. So you sign up a customer, 0.5 point goes to the Kryptonary. You sign up a distributor, then it's 1 full point in the Kryptonary. 1 full point in the Kryptonary. Now, this is something that's real important. What is the risk of KryptoGeneX? Because that's what people want to know. They lost money in all these other programs that they put $5,000, $10,000 or more in. The biggest risk is $300. And guess what? If you refer this to 3, you make 3 sales, you just made your money back. Remember what I always say, my 4 rules of having success? Crypto education, number 1. Number 2, only investing with money you can afford to lose, $300. And number 3, always get your return on investment and back as fast as possible. 3 people, this should be a goal. You leader, you need to teach this to anybody that you refer to this. You just put $300 in. I know how important $300 is to you. I want to get you your money back ASAP. Let's do this in your first 24 hours. Share this with 3 people. Your first 24 hours, you just made $300. Now you have no risk. You guys see that? Take full advantage of Refer 3 and it's free. Full advantage of that. That's going to duplicate and build your business and you're going to explode. So oh yeah, I can do it. Oh, I know what I did. I opened up the wrong promotion presentation. That's what I did. All right, let's continue here. We'll skip that. Customer acquisition bonus. Yeah, I'm going to skip that part because it's updated. For every 100 customers, you're also going to get an extra prize, MacBook Pro or the iPhone, Android, or anything else we might put in there. Understand that we lead and we are a customer acquisition company. Customer acquisition company. That's what we are. Let's talk about the Kryptonary team bonuses. So here's how this works. You're going to get paid for every 3 points. So every cell represents 1 point. When you have 2 points on one team and 1 point on the other, you're going to get paid. So like this, 2 on one side and 1 on the other. Spillover counts towards your points. So when you have spillover like this, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, that means every time 1 point falls on this side, you're getting paid 25, 25, 25. So you're going to get credit for all spillover. That goes back to, and remember I said I'm going to come back to this. When you look at this, spillover, 202, 201, 200, 199, and it just keeps going down, 200, 198, 197. That's all one side. So now when they do 1 point on this side, 25, 25, 25, 25. You guys see how you didn't even do the work. But you do need to be qualified. You do need to personally put at least one on this side, on your power side, and one on the other, and then focus on your inside leg. This is the benefit of you guys getting in early. You're getting that. Some of you have 600, 700, 800 and more spillover on just one leg. If I were to see this, this is just how I think. I log into my back office one day and I see, wait a second, I've got 400 spillover and nobody on my other side. I'm going to work. I'm not sleeping. But that's just me. I put myself out. Nobody's going to work harder than me. And I think I've met my match here. And I got to give it up to the core five, the 5 owners, because normally nobody outworks me. But I know, for example, like Stephen McCullough, I think he is outworking me. In fact, I know he is. So I got to give it up to co-owner Stephen McCullough, because it's very rare that I find somebody that outworks me. And since I'm working with him on things behind the scenes, I know what he's doing. Not only the programming, putting this all together, but also doing the 3-way calls and Zooms. He's doing 2 of them a day. I do 2 a week. And I think nobody can outwork me, but I got to give it up to him. But I wouldn't go to sleep because that's money on the table. Like free money for you. But you're getting credit for all spillover and it never flushes. So here's a good example. We said again, remember every 2 on the left and 1 on the right is a payment. Well, this is blown up. So now it's 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. That's up to $25 every single time. Some of you are right now positioned that you already have $10,000 waiting for you, $5,000 waiting for you, $2,000 waiting for you. That's why I had to give it up to the leaders on that leaderboard. They're not waiting on anything. They're just going for it. Congratulations. So again, the points, you got 1 point on each side. Every 250 sale is a half a point. So just letting you guys know, I have the wrong slide up here right now. And I'm not going to take the time during the training to go grab the right one. All right, income disclaimer. When you guys have to say this, you're free to read it, the whole thing, but I don't. I read the first paragraph, and then I read from here on. That's it. But it's all in writing here so that they can see it. Now, how could this duplicate? Pay close attention to this, ladies and gentlemen. Pay close attention. Let's say you're on a 12-month plan, 1 year. I'm going to show you how to make over $50,000 in 1 year through KryptoGeneX, through just the Kryptonary. Now, the average American, the majority of Americans, the average makes $31,000 a year for a family of 4. Okay? We're going to show you how to almost double that in 1 year. And all you duplicated was 2. Okay? Your first month in business, April, you shared this with 2 people, 1 on your left and 1 on your right. And you taught those 2 your second month in. Now we're going into May to do the same thing, to get 2, 1 on their left, 1 on their right. So you're 60 days in and you've got 6 people on your team, and you might think, oh man, that's nothing. I haven't made no real money yet. 60 days in, I only got 6 people. Watch how this duplicates. Your third month, June, Those 4 also got 2 each in 1 month. Now you have 8 on your 3rd level in your 3rd month. Your 4th month, going into July, they got 2 each. Now you've got 16. And this duplicates every month from them just getting 2. By the time 1 year rolls around, you now have 4,096 people on your team. From people just duplicating 2, getting 2, getting 2, getting 2 every month for 12 months. Now, remember, it's a 1/3, 2/3, every 2 on the left and 1 on the right. So you divide that in half, 2,048 points times $25 equals just over $50,000. All you did was shared it with 2 people, and they duplicated. Now, these are, numbers are perfect, people are not. It's not going to work out perfect like this, because some of you are not on the 12-month plan. Some of you are on the 12-week plan. You want to do this in 12 weeks, not 12 months. 3 months, you want to do this. Every week, 2 getting 2, getting 2, getting 2. The way KryptoGeneX is launching off right now, some of you are on like the 30-day plan. Make $50,000 in 30 days. How about making $50,000 in a week? But I just want to show you the power of duplication. Just 2, getting 2, getting 2, getting 2. Here's another way to solve this, leaders. You don't have people focusing on 2 getting 2. You have people focusing on making their money back. Yeah, when somebody gets started, your goal and your job, this is your first job. I need to help you make your money back. Let's get on the phone with some people. Let's do a 3-way call. Let's do a private presentation. Let's get your first 3. Because here's what happens when you do that. Not only did they get 2, but now that 3rd person just provided spillover for their team. And everybody's doing it. They're getting 2 and then spillover, 2 and then spillover, 2 and then spillover. It makes it go much faster. So if you have everybody focusing on making their money back, instead of, oh, you got to go get 2, who get 2, who get 2, everybody focuses on making their money back, your organization will explode. It's all about where your focus is on. Look, you just spent $300. I need to help you make your money back. Let's get your first 3 knocked out. And then you go to them, their 3. I need to help you make your money back. Let's knock out your first 3. And then you go to them. See, I work. You know how I work? I don't work with the people front line to me. I work with the people down here. And then who's next? And then who's next? I keep myself at the bottom of the organization. That's how you build your team, and you build leaders, and you build a foundation. All right, let's move on. Sell 3 and it's free. All right, 3 direct referrals. Yeah, you get 100. We just went over that. Now, here's the bad news. You want to let them know this. There is a cap, even though it goes down from infinity. How can the company afford to pay that money? Yeah, there's a cap. And the cap is at $50,000 a week. But once you reach that cap, the company is going to gift you with a 2nd position right at the top with your same volume. See, now I need to build the inside leg. That's all. So you keep it moving. So you get another 2nd position. So next is max out means $50,000 in a week. You're going to get a 2nd position above your large team with all the volume from your team. Now, each person can only own 1 position. Do not promote 3-packs, meaning you sign up and then you sign up 2 other positions on each side. No, that's illegal. The SEC, all over that stuff. No 3-packs. 1 position. You only need 1 position. You're only building 2 teams. You don't make enough money. Because the point is you want to help your team members. The more money they make, the more money you make. By doing a 3-pack, you hurt your team members. So no 3-packs. The real money, I'm telling you, is in the check matching anyway. That's where the real money is. Check matching bonuses. All right. Here's the cap based on sales, $50,000. If you have 1 sale on each team, you cap max out at $10,000. If you do 2 sales on each side, you max out at 20,000. 3 sales, that means you enroll 6 people personal, 30,000. 4 sales, 40,000. 5 sales, you max out at 50,000. That means you personally enrolled 10 people. 5 on your left, 5 on your right. You max out at $50,000. Whenever I see a compensation plan, the first thing that I do is I make sure that I'm positioned to max out the entire comp plan. And I tell my leaders tell me, I say, look, you need to enroll 10 on your left and 10 on your right, personally enroll 20 people, and then help your team. That's how you get first year position. That's what I tell my leaders, but you don't have to do that. You know, if you're looking to make 10,000 a week, 1 on each side. All right, the Kryptonary matching bonuses. And this is why you want to start now. You want to go wide. I can't stress this enough. Even though, yes, it's a Kryptonary, but it's also a unilevel as well. You want to go wide. And Steven says the story all the time about the gentleman in the last company that signed up one person who became the #1 money earner, but the person who signed him up didn't make any money. Well, we've got a lot of you out there, you're not all about affiliates. You're not about recruiting. You're not about building a large team. And that's okay. You don't have to be that person. But you might sign up one person who does become a superstar. And because of that, you're going to get paid 10% of their weekly Kryptonary team bonuses. What does that mean? That means those $25. You're going to match on that Kryptonary team bonuses. So that's huge. Now that's the unknown. That's what I'm excited about because I haven't been able to map that out just yet. I can map out the Kryptonary. I can map out the personal, referral bonus. But this 10% check match on your personal, that's huge. So remember we showed you, let me go back, show you an example of the leaderboard. Where was that leaderboard? Here we go. All right, see these individuals? This is how many people they've personally enrolled. So let's take Christy Snoddy for an example. Christy's at 76 personals. What if she helped those 76 people earn just $1,000 a month each? Okay? She helped 76 people earn $1,000. That's not walking off your job money. That's an extra $12,000 a year. That's some extra good part-time money. So that's not a whole lot. But she referred them all. She's making $100 each. Let's do the math on that. What's 100 times 76? That's an extra $7,600 a month for Christy for helping them make $1,000 a month each. What if she just helped them make $100 a month each? Okay? $100 a month each. Well, let's do the math. 76 times $10, that's $760. $760 a month. That's not bad. This, I'm telling you, from a leader's perspective, is where the real money's at, because there's no cap on the check match. What if, I'm just giving a what if, because we're going to have several hundred people that earn $1 million with this company. She helps 76 people earn $10,000 a month each. And she makes $1,000 a month each. That's $76,000 a month. You guys with me here? You understanding what I'm saying? All right, let's go back to the slides. This check match is huge, but it doesn't stop there because we pay out 3 levels deep. 3% on your second level and 1% on your third. But this is unbelievable. The compensation plan is enormous. Let's talk about the app. And the app is going to be released later on this month. The crypto app is made available to all members who want to dip their toes in the cryptocurrency pool. We're going to have two apps, actually, one for the customers and one for the reps. You'll get more detailed information about that later on. And as a disclaimer, you know, we always say this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. Now let's talk about the leadership levels. How to get promoted. You never have seen us talk about this in the presentations, so pay close attention. Our leadership levels, there's 8 of them. The first 2, we call it Satoshi for one and Nakamoto the other. That's in homage to the creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto's first 2 positions. So level 1 Satoshi, you need to make 2 sales, 1 on each team. And your weekly cap is $10,000 a week on your organization. 1 on your left, 1 on your right. Congratulations, you just got promoted to Satoshi. Next is Nakamoto, level 2. You make 4 sales, 2 on your left and 2 on your right. Your weekly cap is now $20,000 a week. You're now a Nakamoto. The next position, level 3, is called Crypto. Make 6 sales, 3 on each team. Your cap is $30,000 for the week, 3 on each team. Next is Trader. You need to make 8 sales, 4 on each team. Now, we're going to be giving special bonuses for each level. We haven't announced what those are yet. You'll see that coming later. I'm not sure if that's starting from level 1 to 4, but I know for sure level 5 and above. This is for the serious people. You need to make 10 sales, 5 on each team. And you must have at least 2,500 members on your left and 2,500 on your right. So right now, and I talk to Peter Blackwell about this all the time, your inside leg, because you guys, all of you are getting spillover on your outside leg. That's a given. Some of you, you're going to end up having 100,000, 200, 300,000 people on one side. But your inside leg, the race right now is you want to get to 2,500 as fast as possible. Just as a heads up, right now there are only 2, maybe 3 people that have more than 200 on their inside leg in our first 6 days. 2, maybe 3. One of them is Peter Blackwell. So congratulations, Peter. I think after the end of this month, it's going to be a whole lot more. You're going to have a lot of people that have more than 1,000 on their inside leg. So that's the race. Who's going to be the first to be a level 5? Because you got to have 2,500 on your inside leg. And personally sponsored 1 Satoshi on each side. That means 1 person who's enrolled, 2 people. That's simple. And now you can cap out at 50,000 a week. Level 6 is Crypto Ruby. You must have 12 sales, 6 on your left, 6 on your right, and 5,000 members on each team. I have a personal goal of getting to this 5,000 member on my inside leg ASAP. My goal is to push myself by the end of this month. Now, I cannot do that alone. That depends on what the team does. That's my goal. If I fall short, I fall short. But you got to aim high. You want to be a Crypto Ruby. And you need to personally enroll 2 Nakamotos, 1 on each side. So don't think you want to put your weakest person on your strong leg because that's where you're getting all your spillover. You want to have a strong leader on your power leg. On my power leg is where my strongest leaders are. I put my strongest leaders on my power leg. And now I'm building the inside leg. So you want to have at least 1 or 2 strong leaders on that leg that's giving you all that spillover. Remember, that's extra. And then Crypto Sapphire, level 7. Make 14 sales, 7 on your left, 7 on your right. 15,000 members on each side. And 2 Crypto Emeralds. What was a Crypto Emerald? Here, you need to help sponsor 2 people on each side that make at least 10 sales, 5 on each side. So there'd be a crypto sapphire. So again, this is all about creating and duplicating leaders. If you have 15,000 on each side, but you didn't personally enroll 2 crypto emeralds, you're not going to get promoted to sapphire. And again, these higher levels, there's going to be special bonuses by hitting these levels, one-time bonuses that haven't been announced yet. And then finally, the top level, crypto diamond. To be a crypto diamond, you must make at least 16 sales, 8 on the right and 8 on the left. This is why I tell my leaders up front, position yourselves to max the comp plan. I don't tell them to do 8 on each side. I say do 10. So enroll 20 people, 10 on your left, 10 on your right. By default, you qualify. Next, you need to have 25,000 on each team, your left and your right. You must personally sponsor 2 crypto rubies. So remember, here's a ruby. Must at least have 2 crypto rubies on each side. So looking at this and the layout of the current company, I know there's going to be a lot of you that will have more than 25,000 members on one side. That's again, in fact, maybe 100 or more of you will have at least 25,000 on each side. But what matters is your second team, your inside leg. So Stephen made a projection earlier that he thinks we might promote our first crypto diamond by September. By September. I think we might promote our first crypto diamond by our launch convention in Vegas. That's going to happen either the end of July or August. We don't have a date set for that just yet. But that's going to be our official launch. And I think we might promote our first crypto diamond there. Just from the caliber of leaders we have, and the company already has 2,000 members already, 2,100 in 6 days. We're worldwide. I'm curious to see who that's going to be, who that leader is going to step up and make that happen. And you have to have maxed out one position, which means you would have had to make at least $50,000 in a week. That's not bad, right? Now, good luck on your journey with KryptoGeneX. But remember, luck is created through hard work. Luck is created through hard work. And if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, there's no secret magic formula to this. If you don't think you can do it, you're absolutely correct. You can't do it. I have another question. It seems that people are unable to pay unless they already have their wallet address in the back office. Is this true? No. You can pay if you haven't set up your wallet address in the back office. But right now, there was a glitch in the system. So they're fixing the glitch so nobody's able to make their payment right now. In other words, the pay now link says coming soon. Yeah, it says coming soon because they're fixing the glitch. So for the last couple of days, you were able to pay, yesterday basically. As soon as that's fixed, you'll be able to pay again. And you definitely, the first thing you want to do is put your wallet address. But that's going to happen when we do our first pay run, which might be 7 to 10 days from now, the first pay run. We want to make sure everybody can make their payments so that nobody is left out. You might have an individual that, for whatever reason, they didn't follow what we've been saying for the last 3 months to have their Bitcoin wallet prepared and ready to go. And they waited to the last minute, but they've got like 500 people under them that's making a payment right now. We don't want them to be left out. So when we do our first pay run, we're giving everybody plenty of time and plenty of chance to go in there and make their payments so that they don't miss out on the money. Make sure you get back with your team. Nobody can pay right now only because they are fixing a glitch in the system. I do not have an ETA on when that's going to come back up. Let's see, any other question? Oh, and guys, and I forgot to, I need to figure out how to do this to turn all of your videos off. Remember, if you log in here, there's a good chance your camera is on That means everybody is looking at you right now. All right? Everybody is looking at you right now. So if you are smoking, drinking, or sitting around butt naked, everybody can see you. Turn your camera off. Make sure you don't want to be embarrassed because the internet records everything. All right. Let's see if I'm able to, any other information here. Participants, why will it not allow me to look at the comments or questions? It's not allowing me. I don't see that option here. And I know it's here somewhere. So next time I'll be able to see if anybody has any question. I am going to, here's what I will do. Let me unmute all the mute. Okay, let me mute all now.
It's down.
All right. If anybody has, let me stop the read. I'll keep it recording. Anybody might have a question for the next couple of minutes. I'll take a couple of questions. You go ahead and unmute yourself. Tell me your name and what your question is, since I can't read the chat box. If there's anybody with a question. All right, good. Nobody has a question, huh? All right, so let me stop the record button. Somebody, Krypton Solo, Clint Kern is raising his hand. Clint, unmute yourself and ask your question. Or I can unmute you myself.
Hey, sorry, yeah, I couldn't unmute myself. How you doing, Brandon?
Yeah, I unmuted you, Clint. Doing good, doing good. Go right ahead. What's your question?
Where this the presentation that you just put on, is that in that's on the website where I can download it and use it? Is that right?
Yes, it is. I'm going to show you exactly where. If you go to Crypto Tools, this one, CryptoTools.com. Go to the home page. So if you click on, if you go to right here, see where it says training?
Yep.
And right here, the training PDF.
Thank you,
This
man.
is where you can download. So the slides that I'm using, yeah. I used the old, I thought I had the updated version, but this is the updated version. You just click on that and you can get that. And the regular presentations can be found right here. So you guys can actually do your own presentation. Nobody is allowed to create their own slides. So we've given you all the slides here. Regular presentation and the training. I would, if I were you guys, I would take this and record yourself doing a presentation. Upload it to YouTube. All right. These are also in all the different languages. Look at Hungarian right here. We already had an individual that did the presentation in Hungarian. So if I click on Hungarian, now watch this. I'm going to click on this presentation and the PDF file is going to pop up. Any moment now. All right, here we go. So it's going to pop up and it's going to be in that language. And my computer is moving super slow for me. But that goes for any language. And what you're going to find, here's Hungarian. What you're going to find is all of our lessons, our 45 lessons, are already translated on the PDFs. They're not in the voiceovers just yet. I think Italian is 100% done. Spanish is about 60% done. So all of them are going to, the videos themselves, the voiceovers will be done in these languages as well, but they actually can download the PDF files of every lesson and it's in their language as well. So nobody is left out. All right, so let's go back. So thank you, Clint.
I lost my audio.
Oh, I muted. My bad. I muted myself. All right, Kevin. Kevin, go
Hey,
ahead. What's your question?
hey, with the Facebook trying to go in ninja mode with what is happening in the world of cryptocurrency, is there anything that we can use to do a post that's approved on Facebook?
Well, here's what you do. What Facebook did was they have a thing against all cryptos right now with cryptocurrency advertisements, and then anything that they think they consider to be spam. So what happened with us when we were in soft launch and people started to get their links, then everybody went to YouTube and went to the people on their list and started sending their KryptoGeneX links in the direct message box. And all it took was somebody to complain and call it spam. So when they complained and when Facebook looked at it, oh, it's a crypto company, ban it. So they banned all the KryptoGeneX links. So one workaround that is if you do what's called a mask forward. You go and get I don't know if the tiny URLs are even working. Somebody showed me a tiny URL and it was still banned. But you can go to GoDaddy or whatever, get a mask forward yours. So for example, I use kgxbrandon.com or bitcoinbrandon.com, or come up with your own name and use that as a mask forward and you'll be good to go. That's the only other workaround that I know of right now until Facebook decides to change their policies. All right, so Kevin, you muted yourself back again, so all good. Let me go, Clint. I think I got you already, Clint. Anybody else? If you have any questions, raise your hand. So I guess you cannot unmute yourself right now because I know what I did. Hold on. Allow participants to unmute themselves. There we go. All right, if you got a question, you can unmute yourself now and ask a question. I'll take maybe one or two more. If you unmuted yourself, tell your name, where you're calling from, and you got the floor.
Hey, Brandon.
Yes.
Hey, my name's Darren Means. I don't know if they went out to that glitch on the pay now. I mean, that must have just happened when I paid, because I watched the video of that guy that said how to do it, and I did everything correctly, and as soon as I hit that refresh button, that error came up. My Coinbase is showing that the Bitcoin is out. Any indication on how long that pay now, or if I'm even going to see my Bitcoin again? I don't.
Okay, first and foremost, nobody lost their Bitcoin. So if you made your payment and then you went back to the KryptoGeneX, for example, I'll go there right now. You can see, and I click on Pay Now. The error says coming soon. There was an update done last night that created a glitch that had the error pop up, but nobody lost any of their money, and they're working on it right now. I don't have an ETA. I would say within the next 24 hours, that should be fixed and ready to go. And once it's fixed, when you click on the Pay Now, when you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see it say you are paid in full. And so you'll be all good. But yeah, you didn't lose your money, and everybody's good to go.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right, but as soon as it's back up, make sure you guys are paying attention to the where is it? My tools board. Oh, let's click on here. Click on not the tools, blog. Click on blog. So as soon as it is updated, it's going to pop up right here. See right here, it says Pay Now deactivated for update. We saw a script error being caused in the Pay Now process. We have already processed many payments and everything ran perfectly. So we are taking the day to sort out why we are getting a random error. Better safe than sorry. We will post on the blog when we feel it is resolved. So just keep an eye on the blog, and as soon as it comes back up, you'll be good to go. You guys will be able to make your payments. And if you already made a payment, you will already be able to see that your payment has been processed and confirmed. All right, any other questions?
Hey, Brandon, this is Sonny from Dallas. How are you?
Hey, Sonny, I'm doing good. Go right
Hey,
ahead.
just want to clarify. You said that the videos, the presentations, will all be they will all have a narrative behind them in every language.
Yes. Now, what I mean by that, it means that every Bitcoin training video will also have a PDF file that can be downloaded.
A
Does
PDF
that make sense?
file, a readable PDF file, but not a file that's being an audible file, right? It's a readable, not audible.
Well, the video is audio, so they're listening, and on the screen they're able to read at the same time.
Okay.
So we're going to have it on the
Got
screen. So for example, the voiceovers were done over the PDF files themselves. So they can read it, they can listen, and they can download the file themselves and onto their computer and take it with them wherever they want to go.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. And that's also in every language. It's going to be done that way as well.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem, Sonny. Anybody else? I'll take one more question. Then I get to go eat. Anybody else?
Hi, Steve from England. Can you hear me?
Hey, Steve. Yes, I can. Go right ahead. What part of England are you from, Steve?
From quite close to London.
So I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I do hope so, yeah. The question I had is, you probably don't know it's how long is a piece of string, but how soon till the training course is ready? Because I'm really keen to see it.
Within the next 24 to 48 hours, probably by tonight.
Cool.
The training part should be activated and live. This pay activation might have slowed them down on releasing that part because you had to pay to be able to get to it. So once this part is finished, then they'll be working on to release the education platform itself. If you guys were on Stephen McCullough's training or presentation the other day, he actually was showing the website, what it looks like with all of the training pieces.
Okay, I'll look into that. That's great. I've already paid, but again, midway through my confirmations, the system went down, but I know that my payment has been sent, so I'm looking forward to it. But great to talk to you. Thanks very much.
And here's something I also was said to everybody. Make sure that when you do your payment, you also make a screenshot for your records that your payment, that you made your payment. Because this is still pre-launch. There are some glitches. So you want to be able to show, as we fix these things, if there's ever an error, yeah, here's the proof that my payment went through, so we can track that. So make sure, and you tell your people as well to do a screen share of the payment that they made. And even if you didn't, let me show you an example. I'm gonna go to one of my accounts here. Let's go to. Now, so you can also look at the history of all your payments, whether you're doing it through Coinbase, Uphold, or any other account. Let's click on activity. And let's see here. See this? 0.0454 Bitcoin was completed. And this is what was sent to KryptoGeneX. This is KryptoGeneX address. It was credited. So I got it there. See, I have right here in my message, KryptoGeneX. So make sure you guys have your records there as well, if ever it needs to be pulled up. But yeah, give the next 24, 48 hours. And I want to manage everybody's expectation. This is pre-launch. This is the time where we find all the glitches, all the errors, any problems that anything has that we can go in and fix and be prepared for launch. You guys are the guinea pigs, the early birds. I remember when I first started with ACN back in the day, it was 1998. ACN was 4 years old. And I was looking at people walk across the stage that were making $100,000 a month, $75,000 a month. They were millionaires. And I remember saying, man, I wish I got started when they did. And they said, no, you don't. Because when we got started, there was no website. There was no back office. They were mailing out the boxes from the garage. You know, we put the company together at a kitchen room counter. We didn't have any tracking. You don't want to get started back then. Well, that's where you guys are right now. You are at the beginning of what we're building to be $1 billion company. So I want to manage your expectations to know not everything is going to be 100% the way you might want it right now, but we will get there. I think there's a couple other people that was raising their hands. All right, Punky, go ahead and I'll unmute you, Punky. Do you have a question? Go ahead,
yes,
Punky.
Thank you. I'm wondering, where do you find your wallet address, like in Coinbase?
Good question. So I'm going to pull that up right now. Let's pull up Coinbase. And let me sign back in. Why do I have to do this every time? Don't ask me again for 30 days. Okay. So 2FA. And don't worry, this can't be copied because the code changes every single time. Granted, you're showing the code, man. It's all good. All right, so you're in Coinbase, and you want to find your wallet address. You click on Account. Right here at the top, this tab. You see BTC Wallet. You see where it says the send and receive. So if you want to receive your money or your commissions, you're going to click on the receive. Only send Bitcoin to this address, and you're going to click on the blue show address. Here's your address. So you're going to copy this address. You're going to go back to let's go back to KryptoGeneX. Let's go to personal info. And then scroll down. And this is where, and you're going to put it in your wallet address right here. And then click update. Does that make sense? No problem. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of people from background noise. I think that's from Bill. So Bill, you unmuted your mic. You have a question?
No.
All right, let me mute you again. All right, I think that's enough. I hope you guys learned something. We went an hour and a half for today. Normally, our Saturday trainings will not be an hour and a half. We're just getting started. Make sure you guys know the updates, what's going on, how to build your business. And this was recorded. So my Thursday night recording somehow screwed up and only did audio. I'm going to hopefully make sure that this does video and audio, and I'll get this out by this evening to everybody. And all good. I know people are wanting me to talk right now, and I haven't even eaten breakfast. So I will be. Oh, I see what Kathy said. They turned off the chat in the back office. Good. That's why I couldn't see it. Yeah, we'll leave that off. We'll just do question and answer things at the end. Thank you, Kathy. All right, so I'll be back. I'll be doing late night crypto talk tonight. And the next the new schedule. This week, Monday through Friday, we're going to be having presentations at 3 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern. I do not know if it will be on the KryptoGeneX.net or the KGXglobal.info, but just letting you know, we'll be doing 2 of them a day, 9 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Eastern. That 3 p.m. Eastern is for the European teams, because that's about 8 or 9 o'clock Europe time, all across Europe. So that's for them. And then the 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for the United States, Canada, Mexico, and all the rest. So stay plugged in. Stay looking at the blog. The blog is going to give you that information, the updates on the new schedule and everything. So you don't need to be calling your sponsor asking, where's this, where's that? You know, everything's right here for you. So thank you guys for participating today for our very first leadership training. My name is Brandon Ivey, and I'll see you all on Monday. God bless. Bye-bye.
KryptoGeneX.